Hi and welcome to this Blueberry Markets video update with me, John Kibler, head currency analyst. In this video, we're going to go through the Forex market wrap. Just going to highlight some things that are moving on this Friday and the end of the month, preparing us for potentially what's ahead for next month, which we'll cover in our week ahead analysis. But the dollar has come to life finally as we've broken through what we thought was going into a bearish move. This is why it's really important to wait after we see a breakout how the market reacts, because what typically happens is retail traders, when they see this breakout here, they will suddenly start to short the US dollar and get aggressively short on the US dollar. And as we can see, price has not done that. Price has reversed, and that is a typical pattern that we see in the markets over and over again. When we see a breakout, it kind of, especially a strong bearish breakout, it basically gets people involved with a potential move because they see this happening. They think the dollar is gonna nosedive. However, we know that we've been looking for dollar buys because of this weekly time frame. Price has come back into this structure area here where we've had multiple rejections in the past, and we could start to see price now start to push back to the upside for the US dollar, heading towards sort of 94.50. If we are going to see that, we should start to see some trend up to that point. If we look at this 4-hour time frame, we can see now prices starting to make its way back up. If we can take around $94 out, I think we'll start seeing price head up to these recent swing highs. However, that may do it. It might shoot straight there. It may form a slight trend. However, I think we're going to see the market head towards these highs now. If I look at Euro US dollar, we've been talking about trading the sort of move up to this point, and then we discussed this week about the potential bearish trend forming. What we looked at earlier in the week was the fact that price had broken through this consolidation, traded to the downside. So we were looking for short opportunities in and around this sort of area here. Price has now rallied, hit that key level of resistance, and now look at the aggressive selling that we're seeing. So it's obvious that there was some institutional sort of orders going in and around here. So yeah, very strong downside now. If we look at the daily time frame, it's basically just wiping out all of yesterday's move. Could that continue to the downside? Well, again, if we look at the weekly time frame, the next stop for me on euro is back down at the swing lows here around about 115. If we get anywhere near there, then we can look for some trend opportunities down to that point. But yeah, euro now one to watch on our watch list for some further downside as we expected from the start of the week. Going on to dollar CAD. Now, dollar CAD's an interesting market because CAD's quite strong at the moment. Dollar's obviously getting stronger right now. We're starting to see these low ranging weekly candlesticks forming. Now, if we did start to see any kind of CAD weakness for whatever reason, obviously we think that CAD's going to become strong, but if we do see any type of weakness, then price may start to pull back into these previous swing lows around about 125. If we get anywhere near 125, then we could see this sort of dollar move to the downside. However, two strong currencies at the moment may not see too much movement out of this in the short term, but 125 could be a good area to kind of target if we were to see the dollar really strengthen against the Canadian dollar. That would be sort of my aim to get for price to get to, just in and around this zone. Going on to dollar yen finally then. Well, it was an interesting week for dollar yen. Obviously, we talked about the potential for this market to form a retracement phase and go back into this area. However, we did discuss the fact that there is no evidence that the market is going to move to the downside just yet. If we look at this 4-hour time frame, price has been pretty much range bound for the whole week between sort of this 113.40 area and the highs around about 114.10. So we've just kind of stuck within this area. Now, if the dollar's going to strengthen and the yen's going to strengthen, then we may stick in this tight trading range. If we then get a breakout, we could see some further upside to this market. Now, some retail sentiment data suggests that the retail market is heavily short dollar yen at the moment, and obviously we want to be doing the opposite of that. We want to be buying with the institutions and whatnot. So a breakout to the upside is probably a lot more likely here for dollar yen, but we'll keep an eye on that for the week ahead analysis. We'll go through some monthly charts, how those monthlies close, what that means for some pairs. We may just see the dollar strengthen for a couple more weeks, or it may start to reverse, but we think the dollar's going to remain strong for the next few weeks, and we could capitalize on that on our major currency pairs. Thanks for watching the content this week. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please leave it a thumbs up, subscribe to the YouTube channel to see some more of our videos, and I will speak to you next week.